It's not just the abusers who silenced me. It's not just prison that silenced me. But even in my freedom, I have been silenced. On the outside, I look normal. Like nothing's going on.
Present.
But on the inside,
you're dying.
Do you even know?
And no words coming out.
We don't talk enough about mental health. We don't talk enough about the internal struggles that we face. All people see is, oh, you got a beautiful face, you got yourself together, but you don't understand what's going on in the inside. And for me, what's going on in the inside, only God needs to know. Today, I have helped 35 people become homeowners, first-time homeowners, through Once Incarcerated Anonymous and a bank that I work with.
We go through life not knowing what others are going through. We walk by them daily, not able to fathom the depths of the struggle they face. I am Tamara Gordon, and this is Tea with My Sweet Gratitude, a safe space where I'll be having unfiltered conversation with ordinary people with incredible stories and life experiences. Not only will I be speaking with others while they share their story, I am privileged to share my remarkable story of motherhood, wrongful imprisonment, and the wisdom I've gained and the journey to self-love. So stay tuned to this channel and let today's conversation begin. Gratitude shining down on me. Welcome to Tea with My Sweet Gratitude. I am your host, Pastor Tamara Gordon. Stay tuned for part 2 of LaResse Harvey's episode.
When I first got sick with PTSD and had these psychosomatic seizures, I lived with my family, my sister, my younger sister, moved all the way to Ohio, left Connecticut, lived with my younger sister. I was in a homeless shelter, and she was like, nah, come live with me. And I'm thinking, oh, I finally get, reconnected with my siblings. They made me feel welcome. They made me feel supported until I start getting better. And once I start getting better, then came all the scheming, the scamming, I'm too aggressive, I'm too angry, and I didn't really do anything. I could be pissed off. Okay, we go in the refrigerator. You made yourself something real special. You tell everybody in the house, don't touch this. I'm going to the store. When I come back, this is mine. I'm going to eat it. Make sure nobody eat it. Mm-hmm. Now, you done went to the store. The whole time you at the store buying something, you like, oh, I can't wait. It's going to be set right. The seasoning's going to be settled in right. I'm going to go in the kitchen. I'm going to tear it down. Now, you open the kitchen, and it's gone. You look in the sink. You see it in the empty container in the sink.
And you can't talk about it.
And you go, all you say is, who the hell? Like anybody else would raise their voice, who the hell ate my food? Right? That's a normal response. Nobody's going to be everybody, I didn't do it. Here's the response I get. Why are you yelling? Are you going to have a rage fit? What's wrong with you? That's not a big issue. What are you shouting for? Like making me feel like it's my fault that I'm that angry about them eating my stuff, taking my stuff. I don't have a lot. I have a little, but it's my stuff. And you take it. And then when I get upset about it, I get blamed for it.
So you're not allowed to get hangry for your own stuff.
Right.
It's a sad thing. I always hear people talk about that when you're incarcerated for something, you should be careful who you live with because they could put you back to jail.
Yeah.
And that's a real fear for most people.
Well, I'm amazed that, I am amazed on one hand. On the other hand, I know it's God's grace. That I didn't go back because of corrupt relatives and friends.
I'm glad you didn't go back.
Because they lie, they
some more tea.
They speak untruths to get what they want. I call them master manipulators.
Yeah.
So I'm not an addict or an alcoholic. I have no addiction issues. And but my siblings and some of their kids do. And so when I was living with my sister and that happened, and I got angry and I started listening to everything everybody was saying around me, I just took note and realized that a black woman in a dysfunctional family full of black women you're still silenced. It's not just the world who silenced me. It's not just the abusers who silenced me. It's not just prison that silenced me. But even in my freedom, I have been silenced. In my mental illness, PTSD, going to family for help, looking for nurture and support, I've been silenced. And if I say anything, then I'm an angry black woman. So I can't express emotions, just happy and sadness. I can't express rage and anger like everybody else freely. And I only had a minimal of it before my charge. So I learned to use my voice in a constructive way. But in my private life, I'm still silent.
You don't have to be, though.
So that's why I want to get my RV. I want to have a traveling office, write my books, go around, and be free. And not be silenced.
You wrote about that in this book. And it did something to me. When you're talking about a black woman.
Yeah, so
I think it's page 79.
It's like near the end. 86. Being a strong black woman.
Read that and tell me about it. Tell me what you were thinking when you write that. Because
what does it mean to be a strong black woman? For me, it meant chronic PTSD. I was doing research to understand what it meant to be a strong black woman. It's funny how now they call it a syndrome. Being a strong black woman is a mental illness of selflessness and lack of self-care. Florida AMA did research, and it's passed down through slavery, Jim Crow laws, and mass incarceration. So, in the journal, the cultural secrecy allows the women to protect those who have abused them. And that's what I did. When you asked me, how do you forgive someone who raped you? In my mind, I'm not the same. They're not the same. But she might be Juanita, who raped me in prison, who I helped get out of jail early, created a nonprofit because she was homeless, and I didn't want people with criminal records not be able to have a home and die in jail because of that experience. I have been silenced. She had been silenced. Imagine if we could speak about our pain.
You can, though.
Imagine if we could just, now, I can't get too angry. Even now, today, right now in this moment. I want to be angry about my situation. But society says I have no right.
You can't feel.
I can't feel. I'm not allowed to. So I take what I have, and because of that is why I have these seizures.
Do you think it's a learned habit? You'd mentioned in the beginning that you don't remember a decade that you haven't suffered
abuse.
Yeah.
I've been abused my whole life. I just have moments of good times.
You want to talk about that a little bit more?
So, because I suppress a lot of emotions from when I was younger, be it sexually, emotionally, mentally abused, physically abused by my parents, later on just my mom, being in abusive relationships, having a family that blames you for what your father did to your mother. Like, I live with my maternal family, and they pretty much, I'm the scapegoat because my father beat my mother to a pulp, and my mom was one of the loved daughters. And one time he beat her so bad that she has a different personality. He beat her to a pulp. And because I look like my father, my maternal family took it out on me. So I'm the genius of the family. I'm the artistic one. Like, I played the violin. I could have been a flute. I was considered a violin prodigy because of the way I picked it up. I remember I was in a mini orchestra. I was only 8 years old, and I was in a mini orchestra, the New Britain Symphony Youth Orchestra, and that was exciting. And I thought myself to be like, one of those famous violinists in Carnegie Hall one day. And because my sister wanted a dress, my grandmother didn't pay for my rented violin, and so I couldn't keep up. And so I had to drop out. I've sacrificed for family, for friends. The only person I haven't sacrificed was for myself.
Yeah.
Now I'm in the season of me. But this book I wrote in 2018. I released it, but I started writing it in 2016 after I had an episode. When I got diagnosed with PTSD, and I said, on the outside, I look normal. Like nothing's going on.
Present.
But on the inside,
you're dying.
Do you even know?
And no words coming out.
And so my body started attacking itself, which is how I got the seizures. So when I wrote this book, I talked about my childhood. I talked about so there's short stories or bios. Some of the stuff is about my organizing and stuff I did. Mm-hmm. But I separated the chapters with poems. And my whole life, I'm 53, and I'm learning to love myself now. But the love that I gave, maybe I didn't know what that was either. Maybe I did what was just right, what God told me to do.
Yeah.
And I thought that was love. And so in the book, I wrote a poem, Thoughts of Love.
Yeah. It's beautiful, actually.
What is pure love? If I did not choose to love you, yet love happens, is that pure? Did love choose me to love you? Did love choose you to love me? What happens when you come across individuals who don't know how to love? What can we teach them? What is pure love? Is pure love loving someone because they exist? Isn't that how God loves us? Or is it about a man who loves a broken woman, like Hosea loved his wife in the Old Testament? Perhaps pure love is discovering how to love yourself. You taking the time to love you. And is that the purest form of love? That's where you learn how to love healthy enough to give it in return. And that's where I'm at now. I'm in my pure love stage. Because first I have to love me.
Yeah.
And
before you could love anyone.
Anybody else. And
I tell people that all the time. I love you more than I love myself. How?
It's backwards from the Bible.
If someone said to me, I love you more than I love myself, I'm running. Like a thief. I'm running. How could you love me more than you love yourself? You can't. How?
It's weird because I can kind of answer that question because that's what I did my whole life.
How?
And I love people because I thought they were loving me the way I was loving them until I recognized that it wasn't the same. And sometimes it takes days, sometimes it takes years. And for me, it's taken my life because I keep running into that same kind of thing because I haven't really began to give me what I've given away.
Yeah.
And so now I say I'm in the era of me.
Loving you.
Yeah. So, and the era of me is not selfishness. It's not conceited. It's not like, oh, you stop doing stuff and things like that for others. It's really like I sit back and I look at how much money have I sacrificed on Social Security disability. Like my book sales are raising funds for my nonprofit, Once Incarcerated Anonymous, to end justice impacted homelessness. Mm-hmm. That's why I want the RV, because in the middle of
guys, go pick up a copy.
In the middle of the night or in the middle of the day, somebody could get kicked out because they got angry, and the person they living with is like, oh. You don't think I can bring you back to jail? Mm-hmm. That's the biggest threat. Oh, I'll send you back to jail. I've been home 31 years and I still here because of my charge. Oh, you want to get mad? I'll send you back to jail. I'll just tell them you threatened me. With your charge, you'll go back automatically.
That's not just,
I don't get angry. I just leave. I leave. I'm the victim, but I leave. Mm-hmm. I leave. So I figure with an RV, I'll have solid foundation. Mm-hmm. All my stuff will be with me. My bed will be with me. If I got to travel out of state, I don't have to pay for a hotel. I'm saving the nonprofit money. I don't have to live with anybody. And if I can get 2 RVs, then I can have one stationed. Mm-hmm.
And one travel with.
And one that I travel with. Yeah. I got one stationed for overnight.
But PTSD will do that to you. Make you afraid of all these things. Yeah. It's a real thing.
And I'm institutionalized on top of it.
It's a real thing. Mm-hmm. It's a real thing. I tell some people, I'm not institutionalized. However, the PTSD trapped me sometime.
Yeah, it does.
Trapped me.
You wasn't there long enough for you to be institutionalized.
But the other day, I have an incident on the soccer field.
Okay, what happened?
So, my son plays soccer 3 times a week, and I'm trying to just be the person who's present all the time to do it because he loves it so much. I don't want him to stop, but I have an issue to mingle with the people all the time. I can't just go and sit with them because of the agoraphobia that I suffered. And one mother says, she's always over there because she's so standoffish. But so I'm so discerning, and I feel that they were saying that, talking about me before I even hear somebody repeat it. But they don't know my disposition, and they're saying that.
That's hurtful.
Yeah, and I'm saying they don't even know, because I'm making a sacrifice to be there.
For your son.
Because I know that my son wants to do this, and I don't want to not to do it with him. And they're talking, but they don't understand when people do these things to us. Put you in prison for something you didn't do, lie on you. These are some of the consequences that you face. It's not just homelessness. It's not just that, but that's a big part of it.
But social skills.
But the social skill. To some people, picking up stuff in the store, it's something that they like to do. Me, I have to build myself up. I have to tap and said, okay, so today I'm not feeling great, but I'm going to try to do this and all it means to me. I'm going to go in the store. I'm going to pick up 2 strawberries. I'm going to come out. I'm going to be fine. Sometimes it works, and sometimes I go in the car and I cry like a baby. Or I'll have tea come with me. And sometimes he liked to, because he knows that I struggle. And say, okay, you're having problems doing that? He'll say, can I get some strawberries? I'm running out of strawberries. And I said, okay, I'll try. He said, wait until I come home from school and we could do it together.
See, that's helpful.
And sometimes that worked nicely. And we'll go and he'll talk to me about something. We'll get the strawberry, get in the line, and we're out.
Right, you're distracted.
Yeah.
I get that. I was like that from 2000 and so I think around November, December 2015 till 2019. I was like that. Like I could barely go anywhere without being overloaded, cry. COVID was like heaven to me because there was nobody in the stores.
To go nowhere.
I was everywhere. I was like freedom because wasn't nobody in the stores crowding me, bumping into me. The highway was empty. The roads was empty. I was like, yes, Lord, you made the world free for me to survive right now.
Hi, I'm Tamara Gordon, and we are inviting you to be a part of our growing community of strong, resilient women. Follow us on our YouTube and TikTok channel at Tea with My Sweet Gratitude, and don't forget to listen to us on all major audio platforms at Tea with My Sweet Gratitude. Subscribe, and you will never miss an episode of empowering story and healing wisdom. So join me with a cup of tea as we embark on this journey of gratitude, healing, and hope together. Thank you.
Even though, people will be like, oh, she's crazy. But it's like, no, you don't understand. With PTSD, you have this anxiety. You have an anxiety and you have a... It's something you can't see. It's you gotta...
I don't know if yours come with these dreams.
I have, yes, it's called night terrors.
I'll tell you something.
I have night terrors where I'm running from people.
Every night somebody called me off to prison.
Yeah. Oh.
I was dreaming that I'd wake... there was one time when I was really, really under. And I didn't sleep for days. I was so wired.
Yeah,
I would sleep for 1 second, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. The dream would come, appear, boom. Somebody take me off to prison. And I'm waking up and I'm fighting.
I wake up, because of my PTSD, I wake up, sometimes I wake up like this, like I'm running. So like I wake up in a running position laying down, or I'll, wake straight up, like, vampire in bed. So I'm frightened, and like there are times when I'm still in the night terror, even though my eyes are open, and so what I do is, because I start breathing and I do a ritual. Sometimes I do tapping, but mostly it's about, because I smoke cigarettes. Mostly it's about me doing something where there's because I'm a protector. I have a protector's personality. So I'll light a cigarette and I'll just look at the cigarette and watch it burn, and I'll inhale it, and I was like, you can't let the house burn down. And it's like, am I still dreaming? It's like, no, you're not dreaming. Look at the cigarette. It's melting away. How can a cigarette stays long in your whole dream? You got a full cigarette the whole time you're dreaming. But when you're up, your cigarette disappears. You're not asleep anymore. You're up. So one of the therapists, because of the I got addicted to nicotine because of the psych meds they had me on for 4 or 5 years. I was on the wrong psych meds until I got DNA tested by a different doctor.
I don't think they have the right psych meds.
No, they don't. And so I had a nervous breakdown. I wrote about a lot of the things that we're talking about is in my book.
Yeah,
a lot of my story, even the one about the girl I helped who raped me in jail, help her get freedom, even though she still died in jail. And the nonprofit, Once Incarcerated Anonymous, to help end justice impact on homelessness. Today, I have helped 35 people become homeowners, first-time homeowners, through Once Incarcerated Anonymous in a bank that I work with. I also helped 15 people with their choice voucher, Section 8 voucher, and help them with housing. We're a small nonprofit, and we don't raise enough money. Like I think the most I ever raised since I've been started this nonprofit was $50,000 in 1 year, and most of it came from Hartford Foundation for public giving.
You would think that's a program that the government should help with to stop homelessness.
Yeah, because the people who are mostly homeless are people with criminal backgrounds, and we couch surf, and I've couch surfed. I've been in homeless shelters. I've had my own apartment. But like I said, I like to travel, but I have a research I want to do, not just in the state of Connecticut. I want to do this I want to go to every state. Again, why I want the RV. I want to go to every state and have this survey filled out to find out how each state deals with justice impacted homelessness, and have people fill out the survey to find out how many people are not on a lease and are threatened every day to, oh, you want to go back to jail, want to go back to jail? And how can people survive and have successful reentry with, you got the pressure from the PO.
No system in place.
You got the pressure from the family. And
society.
you got your own pressure. And you got societal pressure and expectations. Well, when you're walking down the street, society don't know you have a criminal record. They only see whoever you display.
You'd mentioned before that you were walking around with PTSD, but you didn't look like it. That's a real thing.
The scariest thing that happened to me was that because you couldn't see my injuries, when I have insomnia, so sometimes I'm up for 2 or 3 days, and then so let's say I was up for the last 48 hours. Today will be like my 48 going into my next day hour and next 24 hours. And I go back and I go to sleep. I might sleep from 6 o'clock tonight until 6 o'clock tomorrow because I haven't slept for 2 days. And that might look like, oh, I'm being lazy or whatever, but it's like it's PTSD. Or I can sleep every day and then one day wake up and my body will say, we ain't doing this today. We ain't going to play life today.
You know,
we're going to play sleep. We're going to play sleep and we're going to watch TV. We're going to play on the video games.
You're depressed about this and you're depressed about that after you feel sad that you sleep all day.
Then you give yourself the guilt trip of, oh, I wasn't even productive. I got so much to handle. But really, it's like your brain holds you hostage.
So I did a sleep study, and because I developed a sleep apnea issue, and then I did a sleep study, and then I was referred to this sleep specialist, and what he did, I didn't even know that they do that. He retrained my dreams. He helped me to retrain them. So he gave me a journal, and I would write the dreams, and I would go every 2 days to this guy, and we would look at the dream, what I dream, because as soon as I dream it, I write it down, and then would rewrite it.
Oh, I see.
So the PTSD is not totally gone, but the night terrors
are lesser
for me, or minimized. I don't have them as frequently as I used to. I probably have once in a while I'll have a nightmare about that, which I thank God because it stopped me dead in my track. I couldn't function.
There's no way we don't talk enough about mental health. We don't talk enough about the internal struggles that we face. All people see is, oh, you got a beautiful face, you got yourself together, but you don't understand what's going on in the inside. And for me, what's going on in the inside, only God needs to know. I got to tell my therapist all the time, like certain things when they bother me, because I got to learn coping skills. God has healed me.
Yeah.
God has healed me because I know I should not be sitting here having this interview with you.
And having tea. It's true.
And having tea.
It's true.
I know. I've been in those groups with people who have less trauma than me and cannot function. When I say they can't forgive, they can't see past that experience. So I'm grateful I could see past my experience.
And forgive.
Not only that, but utilize it like, okay, God, I experienced this because I do have the courage to share the story to heal the land. You have the courage. That's why we have the podcast. You have the podcast.
It's true.
It's about
That's why you're doing
courage.
what you're doing. All the stuff you're doing, all the rules and laws that you're creating, it's because you have the courage to do great things and to move on from all of that. Yeah. And it's true. It's God that saved me. I was jumping from one psychiatrist to another and from one therapist to another. I tell you, it sent me into a tailspin. I almost burned in the house. I sleepwalk. I take shower and boiling. You name it. I miss hours of my day. Sit here looking at something like. But I realized I can't do this. This is not my life. I have to take back the role and be a mother to my son for my daughter. I cannot let somebody raise my child. See, I cannot do that. I have to do what I'm doing. So I decide, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I start using herbs like there's no tomorrow. And that's why I take such good self-care. If I do so much self-care. Like, I try to do something every day for myself. Like, first of all, I spend 2 hours and 40 minutes with God. And in that 2 hours and 40 minutes, then I decide what I'm going to do. How am I going to treat myself? Because I've learned not to be silent. So when I see it in the book, I realize how many people do it. And I did for a little period of my time. But me, as I'm feeling something, you're going to hear it.
See, you don't have my charge.
I know. But still talk about it.
But I do talk
Find the right people.
What I did was, in this, because people are like, oh, when's the next book is coming out? And I was like, well, the first book was about the first 2 years of me figuring out I had PTSD and psychosomatic seizures, and surviving the moment, right? The other part is about how did I overcome where I was like, I was so...
A zombie.
I was so drugged. I spent sleeping 12 hours, up 2 hours, sleeping 12 hours. So I pretty much had people taking care of me because I couldn't do anything for myself because the medication they had me on, trying to figure out what was going on with me first. That's how I spent the first 6 months of before I got diagnosed. Then they gave me the wrong psych meds. And then I had, on December 11th, 2015, I had a breakdown, a nervous breakdown. Like, I had a prayer altar, where I commune with God. Like, I always knew there was a God. I always believed in God, angels, all that. I just know. You can't nobody tell me about nothing. I know.
That God exists and he's alive.
I done seen miracles. I'm a miracle walking myself. So, during that time, like, I went in there and and this is when I knew they gave me the wrong medicine. Because I cursed God. Now, I've been angry at God, and I done said, God, why you letting this happen? Oh, God, you know what, God? You done pissed me off today. Like, I've done those kind of things. But this is, what I did to that altar was like somebody who just turned their back on God. Like, totally. I'm going with Satan, and that's it, right?
This episode of Tea with My Sweet Gratitude is sponsored by My Sweet Gratitude Cosmetics, your go-to for affordable luxury that celebrates your healing journey. With quality handmade products made with rich, creamy, moisturizing ingredients and a special customized blend of herbs that will leave you looking, smelling, and feeling absolutely beautiful. As a listener of Tea with My Sweet Gratitude podcast, you could enjoy a 10% discount by using code T at checkout. Visit our website at mysweetgratitude.com. Thank you for supporting Tea with My Sweet Gratitude. We will see you soon.
It was like I woke up, and it was 2 months after taking this medication. I woke up one day, and I went in there, and I just smashed it. Like, I cut my finger, my whole altar. I cut my fingers, my wrist, everything. I went insane. I was like, you're not real, because if you're real, this wouldn't be happening to me. F you, God. Like, I'm sticking, like, I felt like I was exercised. Like, you remember ever see the movie Exorcist? I thought my head was going to spin around. I was going to spit peas, okay? And after I cut myself, I didn't even know I was injured. a person who was checking on me came, and I was just standing there. My wrist was bleeding. I could have, like, it could have been considered suicide or a psychotic episode, and I didn't even know what was happening. Went to the hospital, got bandaged up. They asked me what happened. I told them. They asked me what medication I was on. I was like, Zoloft. They was like, you're an African-American woman. You should not be taking Zoloft.
Oh, wow.
That's exactly what the nurse said to me. It was a white nurse. She was like, you're an African-American woman. You should not be taking Zoloft.
Oh, wow.
It's something in your DNA. You can't take it. I was like, so why would the doctor give it to me if I can't take it? And she was like, because they ain't test you. They ain't do this. So anyway, so that's how after that, I started paying attention to what I was being prescribed. Because a lot of the medicine that they gave me for, not to have seizures was causing me to have seizures. So I had to wean myself off of medicine by myself. I smoke cannabis because it keeps my seizures down. Mm-hmm. And no, I don't be sitting around being high all day type of thing.
But I don't know why people cannabis is the same that they call ganja.
Yeah, it's ganja. Yeah,
weed. I don't know why they make it like a drug or something like that. Not. Because it's good medicine. For nerves. Yeah. People said. Back in Jamaica, people use it. I guess because people start smoking it like that as to get high. Yeah, I've never smoked it, but I've had it as tea.
They cured my asthma when I was a kid. My mom used to make me ganja tea.
I remember my grandmother make ganja tea for me when I was like going for an exam or something like that, and you were nervous.
It calm you down. Yeah.
It don't get you high unless you...
No, if you smoke it, you get you high.
If you put milk in it now, because they tell you not to put milk.
Yeah. And the tea?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, that might be something. I ain't drinking it.
Yeah, don't drink it. Don't drink it.
I'm not drinking it. But yeah, that's just, it's one of those things where that's what I did. I spent my life figuring out.
They criminalize it now. They're selling it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I worked on the medical marijuana bill in Connecticut.
Yeah.
When there was like years and decades of people wanting medical marijuana legalization. So when I was doing the work in 2012 with Malloy, former Governor Malloy, we did decrim marijuana, medicinal use of marijuana.
They tell me I need to get some when I was really in the slump and I didn't want to take their medicine. They said, you can try. I said, if I walk around with a little bit of weed, they'll arrest me for it. But now you're telling me to go buy it and use it, and I didn't use it because of that.
Oh no, I have to. Otherwise, I'll be seasoned out.
Yeah.
I suppress so much of rage and anger and disappointment.
Yeah. But how are you coping with it now? Like, are you talking more?
Well, I talk to my therapist, but I'm going to tell my ancient Chinese secret, as they say. So what my secret is that I don't look at what's happening to me negatively, like all the bad things that happen, my living situation. I don't look at it with a human lens. Because if I look at it at a human lens, I'm going to be broken. I got to look at it through godly lens. Mm-hmm. So whoever you believe in, you got to look at it through, I look at it through my faith lens. Mm-hmm. I'm experiencing this because I have to learn something.
And it's true.
So I can go forward and not repeat the same mistakes.
Yeah.
My aunt said, there's one thing I know about you, LaResse. You never repeat the same mistakes.
I'm writing a book about that right now.
Oh,
I'm not going to say the title, but it's basically, I'm saying all the stuff that happened and how I feel about them.
Well, you got to.
Because if you can't look at me and tell me what's going on in my life because I process it differently. Mm-hmm. I would laugh about it. People think, oh, she's crazy when she's laughing and she's going through that. No. I'm joy. Just thinking about
what God gonna do.
Yeah, and what He's gonna do. And I'm saying, like, okay, so now it's time for you to do it. It's right this season now. Right now you need to do it because I don't know how much more I could take, how much more I could laugh through this. And I'll have those conversations with Him.
I do that too. It's funny because like I was like somebody pissed me off. I remember I was talking about Even in my book I talk about how many times I've been raped. I was raped so much throughout my life where I thought I have a rape me stamp on my forehead, and it's actually the title of the short story is the rape me stamp in the book, right? And the person, the guy I was working for, he said, you should count it a privilege that you experience those things so that you can save a life. Now, when you hear that, you're like, oh, he needs to be smacked, beat him up, all this stuff. But when
not counting prison as a privilege.
Right. So
I'm not doing it.
So when you hear that, you get like, oh my God, you wishing bad on people and everything. But I heard when he first said that to me, I was ready to fight everything. I think I got a big old argument and all that stuff. And then I went home and I prayed and I was talking to God, and he was like, it is a privilege that I allow you to go through trials and I bring you up out of them so you have a testimony. That's what a testimony is. It's a test. I'm not testing if you got enough money. I'm not testing if you nice to everybody. I'm testing if you know your purpose.
How you're going through that circumstances and the attitude that you're going through it with it.
Yeah.
I've learned that.
And that's hard. It's not easy. Hard. It is not easy. I'm not saying that it is. But it
something
gets
at you and you said, man, I'll just throw it back.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to look at you. What did you do that for? What did you gain from that? And sometimes I don't like that I've become soft, because the whole Tamara would spit fire and save matches.
What?
Because I'm still. I will cuss you. I don't. Sometimes I feel like I don't have enough God in me not to tell you about your business. And it's me being real. It's true. I feel that way. Some people just rub you the wrong way.
Yes.
But I've learned to thank God while I'm going through the circumstances, and it make it easier for me.
Yes.
So I'm going through stuff and I'm riding out the storm. And I'm doing what I need to do. And first I didn't understand. How could somebody do so much when they're going through all of that? Right now I'm in the middle of something.
You would never know.
Me? I'm not thinking about the middle of the something. I'm thinking about, I have a story to tell. What am I going to say to you when you show up? What are we going to talk about? What we're going to do? How I'm going to do it? I'm not thinking about that. And even when you leave, I'll laugh like, okay, God, so I did that. So did I pass that test? I'll have those conversations and sit and laugh and have tea like a crazy woman.
But you're not crazy. It's the relationship between you and him. That's the difference between people who go to church and people who have real salvation.
Yes. That's
a whole
don't
I could come back again. We could talk about church folk, because I got a story for you.
That's a whole new thing. I think, girl, we could have a whole table, a round table talk, and talk about Christian struggles. No, it's true.
No, it absolutely is. I was a exhorter, a local preacher.
The girl, don't even start the conversation. I just have a conversation with somebody last night crying because what a pastor did to her. And it make me sad because it's not the first that pastor did that. And they did it all in the name of Jesus, Robert Shatahin, and all of that. So let's not go there. But for me, I think God deal with me in a way where I am humble.
Yes.
I am humble to be alive. I am just humble to wake up. I'm humble when Tate walked through the door in the evening to just say, he asked me, how was your day, Mommy? And I'm so excited to tell him, my day was so good. How about yours? I'm excited.
Yes.
You know, and no matter what I'm going through, I want to maintain that.
Yeah.
Because it's that peace that people talk about.
That they don't understand.
And you feel the peace in the storm. The boat is rocking and you're standing on the water and you're hoping, God.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because I learned more about me in my faith walk during those times. Like,
you have to. It's a closer walk.
It's also when you go through those things I've learned, God's trying to separate you from negative relationships. Because, you know, in the Bible it says, you know, forsake all and follow him. Mm-hmm. Well, society says, oh, you can't leave your kids behind. You can't leave your family behind. You know, you'll look bad if you do that. Well, let me tell you. I gave my grown-ass children divorce letters because you're not going to keep abusing me emotionally, mentally, and using me
but the Bible said,
financially.
if the right hand offend you, cut it off.
Yeah, so I cut it all off. So I have no maternal family. None. I might have like a few cousins that still talk to me, but on my maternal side, my aunts, uncles... It's fine. God excited. Will give me. You might be my new sister. You could be my new auntie.
Absolutely.
You know?
Well, so, definitely. Whatever you want me to do, I could be it.
So it's like, he'll take it away. I feel like Job. I'm getting rid of all your bad stuff. But it's going to feel traumatizing.
But he takes things and people away and give you new ones.
And then he's going to give you double for your trouble. Double for the trouble.
I see God do it all the time
for me. The time.
I'm not going to get into it a little bit more because I'm going to have a solo episode about that.
But tomorrow, yeah.
But
you stay right there.
I'm not get into that, but it's true. God will give it, and God will take it away.
Blessed be the name of the Lord.
It's true.
Yeah,
I'm excited to talk to you today. I really am, and I'm so sorry that you've been through so many injustice and just traumatizing situation, but it's what come out of it. All the laws. I've helped more people. And the rules and regulation that you helped sign, the PREA rule especially, saved me from getting raped in prison. Thank you.
No, you're welcome.
Thank you, because I was scared out of my mind.
And that's why I got suffered. That's why I did
suffer that just because to save me.
To save you.
Because I couldn't come back from that. I don't think I could. I don't think if somebody hold me and take me, I could come back from that. I'd probably try to find a way how to kill them. Seriously.
Well, you could have that. Wait, how do I come back?
I don't know. I would know how to come back.
If somebody was to ask me, how did you come back? I can't tell them how I did it. I can only say God.
God did it for you. God
it's
did
only
that.
God. It's how I, like, if I list the times that I've been raped by boyfriends, family members, it's in the double digits. And and I tell people, yes, I'm a mother of 2. Yes, I have had intercourse, but I'm still a virgin.
What if I told you that your darkest trauma are the gateways to the deepest form of self-hate, but through it you can find healing? Would you believe me? I am Tamara Gordon, and I help women through their most severe challenges with the power of empathy and sweet gratitude. As a wrongful convicted woman, I survived prison only to find my greatest calling to date. After mentoring and ministering to hundreds of women behind bars, I realized that there are 3 critical things my dear sisters need to become whole: love, safety, and most of all, community. Join me and hundreds of other women on this challenge. I will send you 1 sample email each day with 1 action to take, and if you stick with me, I guarantee you your life will change. The Healing Heart Challenges is a safe place for women who are determined to reclaim their position at their homes and community. Join me today and let this transformation begin.
My virginity was never in my vagina. That was taken at the age of 2. So how can I know what being a virgin is if I didn't even know I had a vagina when it was taken?
Oh, God. Whew.
So my virginity is hidden. And it's only meant for whoever God sends to me. Not the man I choose, the man God chose for me. And I'm waiting for that man. Because
I pray that man find you.
I pray he find me too. I'm 53 years old. I'm still waiting. But yeah.
That's sad.
It's not. It is that and it isn't.
Like
it's reality.
2 years old.
It's reality. There are some
It's
girls
your story.
who never survived it. At least I survived it, and I was able to help other people. I have a slogan: pave your pain into power. I have lived a life of a lot of pain, but it has given me great power to save more people than I could ever imagine that I would never meet.
It's like you have a passion to do that.
Yeah.
That's what I love about you, Rose. Like, how you've been through so much things.
In the season of me, I want to be spoiled, but I don't even know what it feels like until I do it to myself.
Girl, start doing it yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I'll teach you some self-love that you won't even forget.
Good.
For real. I specialize in it.
I know you do.
I really do.
The tea helps a lot, and people don't realize the herbal tea, the Buttons Journey tea, it began clearing my mind and my spirit.
But you remember how I make that tea for you? You pick one herb. Or was it two you pick? You pick two herb, and then I pull that and I pull some other things and we create that tea.
Yep. You was like, wait a minute, God got something. Hold on. And you was like, yep, I'm going to put that. No, not that one. Yep, I need this one. And then you put it. It was like, and you kept saying, this is not rose buds. This is rose petals. Yeah. And you don't need rose buds. You need rose petals. And I was like, what's the difference? And I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe.
And then you called me that next day and said, I have not felt this way in so long.
Years. So I can't wait for you to get the tea business going. I know you got the lotion. Oh, and the buttercream, the shea butter, whatever lotion you gave me, you gave me two. You buy two, get one free. So I bought two, and I was like, I'm by each other supporter. She's a wonderful person. But let me tell you, if it's $65 a bottle, I'm paying $65 a bottle plus shipping and handling, because look at how my skin is. It don't look thirsty. I've been here all day.
Do you see the shelf behind me?
It's empty. Oh my God, the one over there too. When I first came a month ago, they were all full. Yeah, because I'm telling you, it's my
that
face.
One I'm actually packaging today.
My arms, you know how you get the dry heel. You know how you put lotion on later on.
You know, my son suffers awful skin condition. You go in the sun, it's going dry. You get these little bumps. You get these things. So you can't go out in the sun too much. That was his condition. You go to a lot of different doctors. They give him different steroid cream, this and that. And I thought, why am I going to put steroid cream on my son?
Right.
And I have 16 years of skincare under my belt. I know the right ingredients for skin. But this body butter, it's not just a body butter to me. I'm telling a story. And I am excited to share it. And that's my video that I'm going to make. I'm going to talk about it more. Because I've not really talked, as much as I sell the stuff and it's in different places, I've not really shared too much about it.
No, but on there it has the writings and it's a meditation. So I use it and it's helpful to set your depth.
It's a beautiful thing.
I'm wearing Inheritance, by the way.
That's what you're wearing?
Yes.
I created that one for my daughter.
Yes, I got
actually.
That one. I got that one.
See, I want Inheritance here.
They're gone.
Every single thing. Yes, last night I sent out my last bit of product.
Oh, wow.
The mailman came and pick him up.
Congratulations.
And then I see all of the product I make on the back over there. So actually make a small batch last night of 3 different ones. So I was working late, but I didn't get a chance to label them. So after today, I'm going to just label them after TJ get home from school. He don't have soccer today. I said, I come early and I start labeling some, but I'm going to do that. But thanks you for trying it out.
Yes, it was wonderful.
Really doing nice.
You don't need a lot either. Usually you got to put a lot and then I take a little bit and it spreads evenly nice. I'm not trying, I'm not trying to promote you.
Promote me.
I'm promoting you.
Promote
because it's a great product.
When I think about it, so I created for my son originally, but then it turned into my own self-care kit. because I want to feel special. Just put a little cream on my hand, and I put a little cream on my neck. I want to feel like I'm in heaven, and it gives me that feeling.
Yes.
So all the different butters that I use in it, it's intentional. It's the different thing that I've used and the different things and the herbs and.
Well, so the first time I used it, I felt like I was on some type of drug or whatever because I kept rubbing myself like, oh my God, my skin is so smooth. It feels so moist and soft. I was like, and it's not greasy. Oh, like, I guess you got to know.
It'll do that to you. You have to, and it has to be a balance. You just can't. Because I've made the product and I didn't like it and I didn't package it. I give it to family and friends to try it. And I've done that for years. But when I start liking it now, I'm saying, oh my God.
Yeah, now it's special. Now I want to wear it for special occasions.
But 4 years ago when I was in the middle of depression and my great-grandmother started giving me the herbs, the different herbs, because when I start making it, I didn't put all that herbs in it. Now it's reinvented. Yes. The herbs, it was in a dream. And she said, do it this way, put this amount in it. And that's why I make it in small batches. So I never change the consistency of it. Because I said, I can't do that. So I'll make small batches. So like when I'm making it, I'll make small batches and pour it out in a bucket before I even start packaging. So I could package it a lot of the time. But I make it in small quantity. Because she gave me, and the herbs I use, I don't put heat on them. I just let it pull the herb, the natural oil out by itself like that. And it takes a lot of time, so I soak it for a long period of time, sometimes 3 weeks, sometimes more than that. Like I've oil that I make and I said, okay, this is when it's ready. So if I don't have oil for that, I'm not making the product. So I don't put heat on it to speed up the process at all. Now
that's probably why it's so
now
nice.
It's selling a lot. So if you look under one of my things, you'll see different oils, some to use for tomorrow, some for use for next week. And that's how I have it. And yeah.
Well, I'm just grateful
I'm glad that you're
supporter.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Because it's worth it. I'm worth it.
You're worth it.
That's what it's about.
I've been doing it for 4 years, sell the products, and I've never had one person return one and say they didn't like it.
Congratulations.
And so now
that's a blessing.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. But it's a story I'm telling. I'm not just selling a product.
No, you're not. When I read the bottle, I feel different.
Every product, it's close to me. The gold one, I created it for my ex. How the name come about, actually. And I said the moment we acknowledge our imperfection, we realize underneath is pure gold. I meant those words. Every single one is intentional. And I'm excited about the new venture.
Yeah, we gotta do this again and really get into the conversation about it. Because
I actually am going to do a solo episode about that. I'm going to talk about the name and how it come about and how I feel about that. All of it. I wanted to talk about the book before we close.
Oh, yes. So, Button's journey, I got a lot of words and stuff for this book, especially from women and men who are survivors of sexual abuse and domestic violence. It said the tips and stuff I have in here, how I survive, how I tell my story, has helped them heal. Yeah. So please go out and get this book. It helps a nonprofit, Once Incarcerated Anonymous, but it also can help you and your loved one overcome some traumatic events with some of my little helpful tricks and tips are inside.
And it is so true. It helped a young lady that I'm serving, one of my ladies. It really, really blessed her.
Really?
Because she was going through so much in silence, and the book allowed her to want to talk more about what she's going through.
That's what it's for.
It's what it's for. So thank you for writing such a powerful book. And yes, please go support the journey. Support her journey. It's Button's journey. It's a wonderful journey to be on. Please do that. Talk about your other book, darling.
So, because of the book, I was in a writer's group. And so this year, in January, I started with A Queen's Narrative, an anthology collection by A Queen's Narrative, Letter to My Younger Self. And this book we released last month, and we just went to the gala last Saturday. And we were dressed up like queens, and I was a legitimate queen, crown and everything.
I love it.
And this book goes, and these are all the authors on the back. Mm-hmm. And this book goes, when each purchase, it doesn't go to the authors. It goes to a nonprofit to help younger Black and brown girls become entrepreneurs, artists, photographers, writers. It helps to support the next generation of queens. So this book's about, it does, none of this comes to me. It's from, I volunteer my writing skills to help another organization to help young girls. So even if they were in any kind of trouble, they will have a place to express themselves and not be silent.
Yeah.
So both books help out nonprofits and make a change in somebody's life. This one is mine. This one I'm just in. And it's a Queen's narrative. And I'm going to try to have a couple of these authors come down and talk to you about the book and their experience and their life stories.
I would love that.
We have a lot of sheroes that never get opportunity or platform.
Absolutely, I would love to.
But when you think about, I know we talk a lot about a lot of different things, but at the end of the day, my name is LaResse Harvey. My AKA is Buttons. And I'm on this life journey with God, walking a faith walk, taking my adversities and turning them into triumphs. Taking the pain I suffered and turning it into a powerful message to save as many people as I can. Some who have never had to experience it, and others who suffer in silence can finally have a voice. I can be reached at Buttons Journey. That's BUTTONS JOURNEY 2018 @gmail.com. You can also look up my nonprofit, Once Incarcerated Anonymous.org, and you can contact me for business stuff at LaResse, LARESSE, at OnceIncarceratedAnonymous.org. You can purchase my books on Amazon.com. And I'm going to be releasing another book within a year about my advocacy journey, so you could talk to me about that.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about it, but
I'd love to have you back.
There's campaigns that I ran that saved many people's life. And on July 1st, 2011, over 3,500 people were automatically released from incarceration because of decrim of marijuana, a policy I passed. So there's a lot to me.
Yeah.
And this is why the episode is so long. But if you need me,
excited.
I'm here. Contact me. I do speaking engagements about my book. I do speaking engagements about my life story. I also do implicit bias trainings. I also do unlocking potential, helping participants as well as practitioners understand the reentry life and how to be more supportive so people are more successful. And no matter what you face in this life, remember you have a purpose. Find the joy in you and not the joy around you, because that's what I've learned.
Well, you see, hear firsthand and all the different struggle that she's been through. But one thing always remained constant. Even when she feel like she was broken, she always find the courage to pick up the pieces. And if anybody's going through the same anything today, and you feel like you've lost the will to survive, find some of our strength. Find some of our peace, because in the midst of that storm you're going through, I'm sure if you can't find it on the left, you could look to the right. Choose peace, even in the midst of the storm when you're going through and the boat is rocking and it feels like you're dying. think about us over here and the amazing work that LaResse has done and the courage that she's found to do all of these things through all of what happened to her. She told you, raped at 2, and she don't remember a time that she haven't been abused. But yet still, I've never met a more peaceful woman ever. And it's the truth. And I've met a lot of peaceful women. But I'm telling you, if you sit in this room, you'll feel like, you'll know that God is in here. The peace you're feeling off of her. So I thank you for watching today. And I hope this episode finds you in a place of peace and love. And please come back. And don't forget to subscribe. And to all my wonderful, wonderful people out there that's been supporting me through this journey, thank you so, so much. And if you've not tried a body butter, please go pick it up right now. Well, by the time the video is released, you'll find it. Pick it up. The new look and everything. Just pick it up. It's a beautiful, beautiful product.
I support that. I'm not buying any more lotion but this one.
Thank you. So thank you so much for watching today, and may God continue to bless each and every one of you richly. Until next time, I am Tamara Gordon, and this is Tea with My Sweet Gratitude. Thanks for watching. I hope this conversation brings you a sense of peace and hope. And if you find this episode helpful, please subscribe to this podcast and leave a review. Your feedback helps us reach more women in need of healing. And remember to follow us on social media at Tea with My Sweet Gratitude for update and community support.